We told them we had come to find out why our son was in detention. They told us that our son was not detained. Of course, this was proved afterwards to have been a lie. 6 months later, his wife phoned me to say TZ was now in an ANC cell and in solitary confinement, and that he was being tortured. At my expense, because the SACC could no longer finance me to fly over to Lusaka, I bought my own air ticket. I waited and waited. And altogether, I remained in Lusaka for 18 days. And in the 18 days, I hadn't seen my son. Why was I not allowed by Mr. Zuma to see my son for 18 days? Even under the most cruel regime, apartheid regime, people were allowed visitors. Around December, Reverend Frank Chikane phoned me to say my son had been released by the ANC and was very sick. I should fly over, he said, because my son needed my moral support. It was very strange. Very sick, a bag of bones. Instead of being taken to hospital, he's thrown into the street to look after himself.
We have waited for 7 years since TZ's death. 7 years since TZ's death for official contact from the ANC. Nobody, despite what he did for the organization, came to us to say we're sorry, just to offer their sympathy. No one came. There is some contradiction. The military wing was with him. They supported him right through. Even at the time when his corpses were fetched from Zambia, they were with him. They were working with the family. They had nothing against him. And the people who were not working with him, that is the security, is the group that had something to do with him. There's that contradiction, which shows that there was a little click. One of the papers quoted that there was a struggle of power. And of course we know, my son said it when we had gone to see him the last time in Zambia. He said it, that there was bad blood between him and Jacob Zuma.
I challenge whoever says TZ was a police agent. The ANC is a free movement now. They should institute a commission of inquiry headed by a judicial officer where we are all represented. I challenge them to prove that he ever was, or my family ever had any connection with the special branch. I challenge them. I challenge them. I challenge them.
When he was in Lusaka, Tamizulu was not confined to a detention center. He spent most of his time in residences, although separated from the rest of the ANC community. At no time was he tortured or subjected to any undue pressure. When he was released, he was ill. Independent pathologists found that he had contracted the HIV virus and was suffering from AIDS-related complex and possibly pulmonary TB. However, Tamizulu died of poisoning after his release. And to this day, it is a matter of conjecture as to who administered this poison and why this was done.
The African National Congress unreservedly apologizes to all civilians who lost their lives, whether in crossfire or any other circumstance. Our aim has never been to attack civilians. We believe that it is appropriate that in our country today, in the interests of reconciliation and unity, that we should apologize for it. We do so.